Hey Facebook, Gab, YouTube, it is Kevin Newsom coming to you from Houston, Texas. I wish all of you a happy May, whenever and wherever you're at. An issue that is slowly coming to boil in American politics is reparations. Specifically, reparations for the African American community. Many politicians today have spoken about this issue, several of which have come out in favor of some sort of cash payment for Black Americans in order to compensate them for the injustices of the past. A lot of politicians come out in support of this idea. Many politicians who say, no, they do not support it. Now, personally, I do support reparations, but in a different way than the politicians of today. Most of the Democrats and Republicans who are talking about this concept are discussing the idea of cash payments to the African American community in order to compensate them for the injustices of the past. And while there's not been a specific figure mentioned, many pundits tend to believe that it would be somewhere around a few $1,000s per man, woman, and child. My friends, this is not nearly enough. In fact, any kind of cash payment will be wholly inadequate as a form of reparation. So the idea of offering some sort of small cash payment in order to make up for several hundred years of misuse and abuse is completely insulting. And quite honestly, it feels a lot like bribery on the part of the politicians who offer it. In fact, the only adequate, the only acceptable form of reparations for an entire nation of people is land. Look at the long-term value of land and compare that to cash. Compare that to material goods like automobiles or football stadiums. Land over time tends to hold its value extremely well. Traditionally, land has been valuable to human beings. Usually land has something valuable to offer. That could be vegetation, that could be game, that could be fishing, that could be mineral rights, that could be oil, natural gas. There are all sorts of benefits and advantages to having a plot of land to work with. Because everything else diminishes in value over time, all the material goods that we can imagine, from houses to cars to stadiums to highways, airplanes, cash money, everything over time deteriorates drastically in value except land. And so if we were serious about reparations, if we were serious about putting right what once went wrong for the African American community, we wouldn't be talking about handing over a few measly $1,000s. We wouldn't be talking about what essentially is political bribery. We'll give you some money, just keep voting for us. No, if we were truly serious about reparations, we would be talking about land for the African American community. And that is something I support wholeheartedly, because land is a preparation for success. Land is an investment in the long-term future of any people. And my friends, one thing that North America has no shortage of whatsoever is good quality land. Once again, this is Kevin Newsom coming to you from Houston, Texas, saying God bless each and every one of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.